วัสดีครับ Cabinet met today for the week of April 5th, 2016. 39 issues were considered and here are the highlights. First, we start with bilateral cooperations. The Cabinet has approved the Ministry of Education's proposal for the MOU between Thailand and the United Kingdom on education cooperations. This MOU will target English language learning standard in Thailand and will emphasize improvements to curriculums and the evaluation of education programs, particularly in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. With this MOU, cooperation will provide better opportunity for Thai workers to access in-depth English language learning, especially those who are working in the professional and technical fields. Next, we move to the matter of the climate change. Cabinet has approved Thailand's participation in the high-level signing ceremony of the Paris Agreement. The adoption of this agreement will provide a framework for the global community to combat climate change. This will cover actions on greenhouse gas emissions and investment toward a low-carbon future. At least 55 countries responsible for 55% of global greenhouse gas emissions will participate in the adoption of this agreement, marking the first step in implementing the Paris Agreement. The ceremony will take place at United Nations headquarters in New York on the 22nd April of this year. Moving on to matters relating to the digital economy, the Cabinet today has approved the drafts of the Digital Development Plan for Economy and Society and the Digital Government Development Plan for 2016 to 2018. The Digital Development Plan for Economy and Society will provide a framework for Thailand to make effective use of digital technology in the development of infrastructure, innovation, information system, and the workforce. Meanwhile, the Government Development Plan will put in place strategies for realization of a digital government in order to meet public and business needs and to upgrade Thailand's digital government standards. Next, to regulation on shrimp farming and quality control. As we know, marine shrimp are significant export products of Thailand, but recently this industry was set back by the early mortality syndrome epidemics in the white shrimp farming industry. Therefore, the Cabinet has now approved draft ministerial regulation on enforcement of production standards for white shrimp farming. This will include clear regulation and practices that must be complied by farmers to ensure the safety and quality of marine shrimp. Finally, to recap some development from last week, the Cabinet has approved a draft royal ordinance on the domestic employment of migrant workers. The draft covers guidelines, procedures, and conditions of issuing work permit. The draft also covers the authority of the Director General of the Department of Employment in overseeing the numbers of work permits, length of stay, as well as measures against those who violate conditions of work contracts. This is to enhance orderliness in migrant workers' employment as well as security measures to prevent the smuggling of illegal workers into the country. Lastly, the Cabinet has also approved construction of 2 new monorail routes in last week's meeting. They are in the pink and yellow lines, which will involve routes between Karai to Minburi and between Lat Phrao to Samlong. The construction will be funded on public-private partnership, where the state will be responsible for land expropriation and the private sectors will cover costs of civil works, train system, maintenance, and fee for project advisor in exchange for operating the line for 30 years. That was the Cabinet press briefing for the first week of April 2016. I am Major General Virachon Sukhonthapatipak, Deputy Government Spokesperson. Thank you and สวัสดีครับ